Hi everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and we're back once again with another review. Today, we're taking a look at the legendary, the incredible, the mighty Grimlock. This version of the character is courtesy of the Fall of Cybertron line. He is a Voyager class figure, and right off the bat I have to say, I like this figure a lot. Very polarizing figure in the community. Some people like him, other people think he's the worst Transformer ever made. I've heard very passionate arguments for the latter. In my opinion, I think those people are a little off there. This guy's cool. Yes, he's hollow in the back, but he's hollow in the back for a reason. We'll get to that reason in a moment. As you can see, he's very articulated. Had him up for a little action pose right there, holding his sword. I'm going to remove the sword right now. That's why you're seeing my hand and not Grimlock. Sword is kind of cool. Very nice hilted rapier. Has a nice hand guard right there. Clear plastic. Very stiff. He also has a shield made of the same clear plastic. I know he has the sword in the game. I don't know about the shield. I really don't know much about the game. Keeping a wide angle just because of the mass of the figure. Don't worry, we'll come in for details. Do a little quick articulation. Head can rotate side to side. That's about... Oh, wait, yes, he does have up and down head articulation. The arms are on a very unique joint. Very tight, ratchety joints, in and out. A lot of that is for transformation. You can have him, what I like, do the Scott Steiner. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Tight joints at the elbow, rotation at the elbow. Wrist can rotate. There is some pivot, but a lot of that is the transformation joint. Coming down to his hips, ratchet joints at the hips, and now the knees. The knees are a bit of an issue. It kind of looks like he has a double jointed knee. He doesn't. That second joint is really more for the transformation. So you want to make sure you bend at the top, and if it looks like it's tight, oh baby, it's tight. You might unhook the second joint, but that's okay. It's easy to fix, and he does rotate at the upper part of the leg, some distance above the knee, and there is a little bit of foot movement, but again, that's for transformation. He does naturally have a wide-legged stance. Some, Japanese toy fans would call that the A-legged stance. I just think it's kind of cool, but we're going to pause here. I'm going to bring him in so you can get a nice detailed view. Okay, you can see his head right there. Very nice. Little modern take on the classic look. I mean, but you look at it, you know it's Grimlock. Also, you can see with my finger, he does have some nice light piping. He also has clear plastic in his chest with the Autobot logo. That is for one of his gimmicks. There is a switch, which we will see more of in T-Rex mode, that when you pull it, his chest lights up. Basically, it lights up the Autobot logo, some of the upper parts, and on the right day, you can even get it up into the eyes. Very cool. I like that. He has that nice gold plastic, not gold plastic syndrome, just, like a copper-ish color that's, gold like the old toy. That is also on his arms, well, in his hands, I should say, with the dinosaur paws, if you will. We'll see more of that again in robot mode. More clear plastic down here. Sure, yeah, that even lights up too as you move it down. Classic Grimlock silver, some red accents where the knees are. Going on down, more of that golden copper color over his feet. Like I said, the back, Yes, he is hollow, but he's hollow for a reason. It's not they were really cheaping out on the plastic. It's just, you want this to light up. It's got to work a certain way. Um, like I said, really cool figure. And now let's get to the transformation. Okay, first step in the transforming Grimlock is you want to just come up in the back and flip out the dinosaur head. It will snap into place into what was the robot mode chest and just, extend it all the way. Yes, it is going off camera, but I actually think that's the highest it'll get, so I don't worry about moving it. Let's see what we want to do next. Next, what we want to do, come down, flatten the feet, go ahead and disengage the tail from the inside of the leg, or I should say the tip of the tail, and swing that up as far as it will go, pushing the foot flush. There is like a little tab in there. I'm sure in like other reviews they've seen it, and you can push the feet down further. And one thing I want to point out, I'll bring it in right here. You want to make sure these go up all the way to where he's right below that chest. And at that point, you want to go ahead and then peg everything together. I think you were hearing those snaps going. So, and you have the tails done. The tail is done. And let me tell you, that pegs together very tightly. You're gonna have to dig in there with your nails to get it out. Just going around, pushing it in because you want a nice tight fit. As you can see also right there, down by the butt of the robot, there is these little grooves where those panels want to fit in. So that, if they're both together, you got it right. And now you got a flying Grimlock. Woo! Okay, we're having some fun here. I think just for the next part, you can swing the arms forward, which will now be the dino legs. I'm just going to fold the fist in. Just open up that back panel. Bring the fist down. It will bring the toe in. Now, what's interesting is you'll see that this back heel toe can only go so much. That's actually going to help you position the legs in dinosaur mode. You're going to do it again. Straighten the leg out just for now. Bring the fist in. Yes, the panel's not going to close all the way, but it does give you some nice tech details. Okay, what you want to do then is rotate the arms backwards. Now, on the shoulders, there are these little tabs, here and here. Inside the chest cavity of the dinosaur, you're going to pull and pivot, and there's a little slot that basically you're going to want to tab it into, and it will sit there. You have it like that, and the same thing. You just want to, you're sort of collapsing the legs in. Unfortunately, the joint of the legs and arms is blocking that hole, so I can't show it to you on camera. You have to see it in your hand. Now go ahead and you want to bend the knees of the dino mode, and it's basically what you're doing is you are positioning the legs so everything is flush and Grimlock is flat. Basically, like I said, with the heels are guiding you to how to position it. There we go. There we go. Yep. Oh, and the dino arms, if they haven't swung down, you can just swing them out. They're on a ball joint. So yeah, let me pause right here, and I will give you a closer, detailed look of the dinosaur mode. Dun dun dun. Alright, since we're doing a closer look, I'm not going to be able to get Grimlock all in one shot, but we'll start with the head. As you can see, it has more of that golden copper colored plastic, more of the translucent red plastic, and that's because, as you can see right here, there is that tab that if you pull back, the mouth lights up like he's breathing fire. This right here is one of the coolest features we've had on a Transformer in quite a while. I did mention the arms are ball jointed. Moving down the back is you have a lot of the same detail as you had in robot mode, since basically, this was the chest, these were the legs, so you have the same color. I didn't point it out before, but down the back of the tail on the side, which was the side of the legs, you have more of that gold copper color. Articulation, you did see the bending at the knee, but that was really, you're kind of limited due to that back foot, heel, whatever. And I know some people would say that's a deterrent. I'm a little disappointed. He also does have a naturally wide-legged stance. That's because there is a couple of ridges of plastic inside the chest to help guide that internal shoulder joint. Again, a lot of this is very hard to show on camera because it's so set in and there's stuff blocking it. But when you have it in hand, you'll see. You do retain the knee and I guess now calf rotation or above knee rotation. But again, you're really just going to be stomping Grimlock along like this, and that to me is kind of cool. Okay, I've gotten ahead and actually pegged on Grimlock's weapons. The instructions do tell you that in dinosaur mode you can store them in the holes in the shoulder. I guess you can also do it in robot mode as well. Unfortunately, there isn't a way to peg the sword and shield together. But yeah, I can understand. It's not the best look, but it's kind of cool. And he's a robot, so he needs his weapons. Can I recommend this? Absolutely. First of all, he's very hard to find. Apparently, he's the Wave 3, Wave 4 of the Voyagers. He's with Blaster, and it's him. Or maybe he was Wave 3, and it was Soundwave in him, or Sound Blaster in him. But he's very difficult to find right now. I was able to get him off of Target.com with a $3 off options, him and Blaster, and I went with him. Now, I think that special code only works once. I got that off of Cybertron.com. You can see if it's still there or not. But it was a very reasonable price, $22, which is retail now for a Voyager. I mean, I know the complaints about, these new Transformers, thinner plastic, hollow plastic, smaller. A lot of the negatives come from people who really, they don't read the instructions. They just really, in my opinion, beat their toys very badly. And I think if you take your time with it, this is really can have some fun with it. It's a great addition to the collection. Now, I should mention, as being a journalist, that sometime in the fall, if not closer to Christmas, there's talk of an Asia exclusive, shared exclusive set where it will be recolors of the Combaticons with Grimlock. And apparently this Grimlock is going to be done with some chrome paint, maybe across here where his chest was. Also, some early images have shown up of a remold of this guy done as a Beast Wars Megatron. So yeah, so I mean, there are some options out there, but you know, if you prefer your classic Grimlock Classic, you know, this is, by the way, light years better than the first classic Grimlock, and yeah, that one wasn't bad, but you know, this is more in tune to who Grimlock was. So it's your old pal Chuck for Grimlock.
Me, Grimlock says, see you next time.